Hey, what's up guys? Delvin with Diverse Ford Research, and today we will be working on the Civic again. We have a project on hand which will be installing some new track light fender cuts. I don't know if that's like the actual name of them, but they are track light fender inserts, I guess you'd say, to where it shows the tire. Now traditionally you would use heat on this, but since the fenders aren't painted and we're painting the car in a few days, I'm not going to use a heat gun on this. I'm just going to go ahead and roll the fenders as is. Rolling the fenders, what's going to happen is we're going to take these flat spots, I don't know if you can see it, but every car has it, and we are going to roll it over. As you can see, this edge right here already started protruding, and that could rip the tire or damage the fender. So we want to take care of that before any type of damage happens. So we're going to go ahead and roll the fenders, and that's also going to pull the fenders out just a tad bit to give the wheels a little bit more clearance. So let's get started. So that's it with the fenders. I didn't want to pull too much because the tires that we have are 8 inches wide, so it's a perfect fit already. You can see it slightly bowed out. Once you pull too much, you're going to start disconnecting this bumper, and this bumper is going to kind of sit in. It's going to give it a funny shape. So we got it just to where we want it, and the shape looks beautiful. Here's what I meant by rolling the fender. See, now that that lip is rolled over, the tire should have a little bit more clearance.
Perfect.
I kind of messed up, guys, on one fender. What I was gonna do was do one side and then get that down and show you guys what to do, but I messed up so bad, so I decided to continue on to the other side, do that so I could perfect it. Tomorrow I will be going to a body shop to pick up 2 new fenders, because there's kind of a trick to this, to doing it. One fender's okay, but I'm painting the car, so I want it to be perfect. I'm just going to do both of them over. I'll show you guys this side and what kind of went wrong. It looks good, but this angle right here, as you can see, is cut kind of short. So I figured that out, and on the other side I got it right. Here's what it looks like. Looks pretty damn cool if you ask me. I get the fenders because I'm a dealer, so I get a slight discount on the fenders. So it's not too much of a big deal to replace the fenders and re-roll the fenders again tomorrow. I'm showing you guys my mistake because a lot of people make mistakes. So I want to show you guys what is really being put into this car, and not just some perfect, you know, some type of perfect build and nothing's ever went wrong and I've never made a mistake in my life or anything like that. This is all new that I'm doing to this car, so I'm taking you guys along for the ride. Here's the side that I got down perfect. Everything looks good. The doors open and close. This side is damn near perfect. And as you can see right here, I left a little bit of extra material, and I've learned that when you mess with this piece, this should not be straight up and down, because if it's straight up and down, what happens is you miss this right here. So what this piece actually needs to be is slightly pulled down. Now the problem with the other side is I trimmed straight across. This side I learned my lesson. So I left a little bit of material right there, so I can pull that down and attach it, and now it's perfect. See that? So this side is good to go. I'm buying 2 new fenders because when I was driving before I rolled the fenders on this side, it the tire tapped it because I had my 17s on, and it put a little knot in the fender. It's not bad, it's probably unnoticeable, but again, hey, it's getting a brand new paint job, so I want it as perfect as can be. And for $40 a fender, hey, who gives a shit, right? So I wanted to show you guys my mistakes and what happened with this car. Tomorrow I will be picking up some new fenders. When I do get the fenders, I'm gonna attach one of them, and I will show you guys what to do and how to cut the other one, and hope that I don't mess up again. And you can see the knot. You guys probably can't see it, but there's like a little lump right here from when the 17-inch wheel hit the fender. And that's my fault. That's completely my fault. I knew better. I shouldn't have been driving with the 17s on it and not having the fenders roll it. So I knew I would eventually end up replacing this fender anyway, and what better time to do it than before paint. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. The little movie magic will arrive at the shop. Hey, what's up guys? This is day 2 of installing the Track Life fender cuts on the EK. We are headed out to the body part store to pick up 2 brand new fenders. There was something that I noticed about the fenders and how to line them up properly. After we go to the body part store, we're gonna go to the hardware store and we're gonna grab some shims. That way I can bring out the fenders to the exact specs where I want them. Also, I'll be replacing some of those wing nuts with lock nuts. There's 2 parts of the Track Life fender cuts that we won't ever have to take off, so I'll be locking those to the car since we won't have to take them off. So I'll see you guys there.
Yeah, the left fender, you do have it here, and then you also want the right one.
Yeah, for the 2000 Civic.
So you have the left, you also want the right.
Yes.
Okay, so I do have the right side here also.
I'll take them both.
Okay, let me place both of them.
This the 2 fenders right here? Yeah. Alright, cool, thanks bro. So got my 2 fenders right now. I got the 2 fenders right now. These are pretty cool guys, but I'm gonna check them anyway because last time I purchased the damaged one and I didn't check it, but they were cool enough to let me bring it back. So, professional courtesy, I'm gonna just check it right now before I leave. That way there won't be any discrepancies later. Everything looks good. There we have it, guys. Our track light top half is done. The fenders are rolled. The edge is perfect from here to there. Perfect. Now all we have to do is just mount it on the car. Alright, so that's it for the track light fender flare install. We're just going to go and recap over what we did, just so you guys can have a clear understanding of how to do this. So remove the fender. There's a bolt in here. There's these bolts up top running along that body line. There is a bolt right here, and then there is another bolt that goes under here that connects the headlight. We'll remove the front bumper. I'm not sure if you could do it with it on, but it's easy enough to remove to get it out your way. So we went ahead and removed that. We put the spacers behind the fenders to go ahead and attach it to the chassis of the car. Then we also put the spacers down here. That way this will sit flush with the body line, because before it was inset about at least about 1/4 of an inch, which was causing the door to make contact with the fender right here and chip the door. So since we're sending it to the body shop, we want to make sure we take care of all the little final tuning before we send it to the body shop and have issues with our paint chipping. So here's the install. I hope you guys find this helpful. There was a couple videos on YouTube with people doing the install, but they weren't saying anything. They were kind of just hanging out with their friends and stuff like that. But this is how to install it properly. It only makes sense to do it now since we're doing the fender cut install. And we have access to the subframe from here. So what we're gonna do is mount this horn right here. It's gonna be a fun, nice little horn to play around with. And again, we have access to this area right now, so it only makes sense to mount it here.
Perfect.
That thing hooked up. The reason I sprayed back here was because I'm gonna eventually touch this up with some OEM paint. Nothing special, but I didn't want to have to remove this when I spray that down. So we'll go ahead and hook the wires up later. Hey, what's up guys, it's Dylan with Diverse Ford Research. We were unable to get the other Track Life fender cut placed on the car because when I was trying to do it, it actually was damaged, so we had to go ahead and take that back this morning, so we have it in hand. But while I was thinking about what could I do to improve this setup overnight, I thought of something. What I thought about was, instead of stacking this up with the washers like we just did, was to weld it on here, take the fender cut, place it on here, figure out how many washers it takes for it to be flush like it should with that, and tack weld the face washer. That way we have a bolt and one washer on there. So that's what we're going to do to this side. Since the other side's already mocked up and it's perfect, we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side, to this side. So this side's already mocked up. These aren't the wheels that are going to be on the car. They're just temporary. I know a lot of people told me not to get rid of these wheels, make sure I keep them on the car. But as you can see, we got a whole lot of fender clearance on here, and I want to go wider since this is a track car. So we'll get started on tack welding up the other side. So I wanted to go show you guys what I done so far. Right here, I welded the bolts back there, and then I measured out the washers to make sure everything was flush. After I measured out the washer spacing, I went ahead and welded the washer to the bolt. Also down here, I got the spacing done properly, so I went ahead and welded the 3 washers to this side. Now everything lines up perfectly, and when I go to put the flares on, or the cuts, I don't have to deal with 5 washers dropping out from the back there, 2 washers dropping out here, and 3 there. So that's literally 10 washers I'd have to place. Now I don't have to place them, and the flares now, are the cuts, simply go in place just like that, and they're perfectly spaced. Same thing for the bottom down there. This side is done. So that's it for tonight, guys. It's already 1 o'clock and I am dead tired. Not really, but I gotta go in the house and start editing this vlog. So here's what the car looks like. Right here. The fender cuts on there, track light fender cuts. The hood's still wrapped carbon fiber. Not gonna take that off until we're ready to paint it. That way we'll save it from getting a lot of rock chips and stuff. The hood actually looks real good on there. But here's the track light fender cuts that we installed today, guys. Looks good. Beautiful. Everything's on there nice and tight. It's tighter than what I thought it was going to be, and there is no type of flexing. I could have actually, it's so tight right now, I could have rolled the fenders attached to that. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you're a fan of these, or if not, let me know what I should do with them. On the next vlog, we'll try to get the mirrors taken care of. I went and got some mirrors for this car. So we're gonna do a block plate and add some mirrors to it. I got the Type R wing for the car, so we'll also go ahead and add the Type R wing on here. Other than that, the hatch looks pretty damn straight, guys. Look at this. This thing is straight. The rims are in the house. Can't wait to put those things on. Just waiting on the tires to come in. Hatch looks good. When we get 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway for you guys. We're real close. We're almost there. So please share, like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yo, what up, guys? Today is officially the next day, so I wanted to show you the fender cut like I promised you guys. How beautiful the Civic is. It's coming back together. But look at that fender cut. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you guys are a fan of track cars, or if you like it to look a little bit more street, let me know. Here is the fender cut right here. Let me get a little close up for you guys. I think it looks pretty damn cool. These aren't the wheels that we have for the car. Koenig hooked us up with some nice clean 16" by 8 decagrams for this car. So we will have those wheels on here wrapped with Federal tires. We're waiting on 2 more wheels to come in. So that's the only thing we're waiting on. They were back ordered, so they sent us 2 and we're just waiting on the other 2 to come in. They said they will ship out in about a week, which is perfect. So we'll have them back by the time this car is ready to get painted. Next up, we're gonna get the car gutted. We're gonna put the Type R wing on this thing, and we're gonna finish up the side skirts and get it 100% put back together so we can have everything mocked up. That way when we hit paint, we know exactly what we're gonna look at. That's it for this vlog. See you guys on the next one. Please like, comment, follow, subscribe, and remember that this is a project, so if you mess up, that's fine. Things happen. Just take care of yourself. Don't stress out too much and attempt it again. But learn from your mistakes. Make sure you learn from your mistakes so you don't make the same mistake over again, and everything will be good. So this is Delwyn with Diverse Ford Research, and I'm signing out, guys. See you soon.